If we haven't met before, my name's Sarah, and I'll be guiding you through this 1 hour Moksha or Modo inspired practice today. As always, please move with your breath, modify however you need to work with the body that you have today. If you like this video, please feel free to give a thumbs up and to share with anyone that you think may benefit. Let's begin by making our way into a wide leg child's pose. Coming through all fours. Let your knees be a little wider than your hips. Your hips sink back and down towards your heels. The arms walk in front until you find your forehead rest on something, either the ground or hands. Let the shoulders soften. Let the body soften and melt into the ground. And as you start to let go of the rest of your day, start to shift your awareness into the internal landscape of your body and your mind. Beginning and continuing to arrive. So in this 1 hour Modo practice, your breath is your guide. Modify, rest as you need. Just slowing down so that you're connecting the movements with the flow and the sweetness of the breath. Begin to guide your breath in and out through the nostrils. And this becomes our base and our guide. So here in this shape, we'll find one more full breath in. Long, smooth exhale. Next breath, inhale to table. And exhale here. Just a few gentle cat and cows. Inhale, belly down, heart forward, tail, crown, curl up. From the tail up, exhale, rounding up through the spine. Hands press gently down. Inhale from tail up, rolling through. Head lifts, heart forward. Exhale. You can close your eyes. Let's find one more cycle here. In. And out. And come back into table, toes curl under, hips back and up, downward facing dog. Bend your knees as much as you need so that you're not rounding it all through the low back. Maintaining that smooth, steady, rhythmic breathing. Bend left heel, root right heel towards ground and breathe into the back of the right leg. As you exhale, switch sides. Do 2 more cycles. Inhale. Exhale. And one last time. In and out. Inhale, lift both heels. Bend the knees, look forward, walk up to the hands. Rising up halfway with your inhale, hands to hips. Exhale, come all the way up with a long spine. Use the legs however much you need. And then we'll come into mountain pose, just rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. Find your feet either big toes touching heels slightly apart, a little bit apart or hip width apart. Your base, your foundation. And then drawing up through the body from the feet. Rolling the shoulders back and down. Hands together in front of the heart, and if you can, just close your eyes for one breath and just landing here. Pranayama breathing, tuck the chin, open the eyes softly, breathing in. As you exhale through the mouth, interlace the fingers, palms press all the way down. Inhale through nostrils, the arms sweep forward and up as the gaze follows. Together, palms, H-A-Ha, exhale through the mouth. Interlace the fingers, palms pressed down. Inhale for 5. Together. Inhale. Together. Three more cycles. As you breathe in, imagine breathing into the front, the back, and the sides. Together, palms, exhale, and as you breathe out, imagine breathing all the way to the very bottom, squeezing the exhale. Again, in. To the very top, together, palms, exhale. This will be our last exhale, inviting the navel inward and upward to squeeze the breath out. Come back into mountain, again guiding the breath in and out through the nostrils. Crescent Moves, sweep the arms overhead, interlace the fingers, release the index fingers, cross the thumbs, ground through the feet, reach up through the body, and then over to the right as the hips expand to the left. Smooth, steady nostril breath in lifts you up slightly. As you exhale, reaching over. Option here is to lower the right arm down. At the bottom of an exhale, with your next inhale, come back up. Bend the elbows and knees, change the interlace. Inhale, reach up and over to the left, hips to the right. As you inhale, breathing into the right side of the rib cage. As you exhale, reaching over to the left. Naturally, as you breathe in, the body expands, lifts, lengthens. As you breathe out, lengthening, landing, grounding, empty. Inhale lifts you up. I'm going to come into powerful pose. Take the arms in front. Roll the shoulders back and down. Separate the feet hip width. And then start to sit the hips back and down as you energize the arms in front. So as the upper arm bones plug into the shoulder sockets, the energy builds through the arms right out through the fingertips. The hips sitting back from the belly, lifting up through the heart and the crown. Let the eyes soften and steady. And slower than perhaps you would like to move, start to rise up. Spread the toes, lift the heels. As we come into awkward pose, bend the knees a little bit, brace or stiffen the core. And then option, like you're sliding down a wall as you bend the knees further, the heels lift up higher, opening the toe joints, working on that core stabilization, so not leaning forward. And as you move and explore, guided by your breath, can you grow a little taller through the spine? Imagine pressing down through all of your toes to come back up slowly and steady. We'll come back into mountain. Moving to eagle as you sweep the arms overhead. The right arm wraps under. Cross the forearms, hands together, or holding the left thumb or opposite shoulders. Hips sit back and down, right leg wraps high and around the left thigh. So you can either rest the right toes on the floor on the block, point the toes behind, or wrap them around the left calf. And maybe as you take a little deeper of a seat, can you grow a little taller up through the spine? And release the right foot as you inhale, the arms sweep up. Float to the other side as you exhale, left arm wraps under. When you're ready, the left leg wraps over. And just check in, see if you're starting to lean forward or holding the breath at all. So that even in the effort of the postures, there's still fluidity with the breath. Release the left leg as you inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, bring the feet together, hands to heart center, and the hips sit back and down. Prayer twist as you inhale, lengthen spine, lift heart, right arm crosses over to the outer left thigh. Stack elbows, sit hips low, and grow long through the spine with your breath in. As you exhale, the right ribs wrap under, the left ribs rolling back. Option here is to take forearm across both thighs, left hand to low back. At the bottom of the exhale, come back through center. Inhale, reach, look, rise up. Hands to heart, hips sit back and down. Inhale, lengthen, lift heart, exhale to twist, other side. And as you move deeper into the twist, the knees stay in line. So you might check down. The toes light and the breath fluid. At the bottom of an exhale, come back through center. Inhale, reach all the way up. And then you can either interlace for back bend the hands up above, or bring the hands onto the buttocks. The fingers point down and the elbows hug in. A little more supportive to the low back. Ground through the base of the feet. Lift through the legs, the low belly, and the heart up. If your hands are on the buttocks is engaged. As the hands press down, the heart lifts up. If your arms are overhead, tuck the chin gently and take the head of the arm bones back, lifting the heart towards the sky. Maybe softly closing the eyes. Use your next breath in to come back up. And we'll land in mountain at the top of the mat. Setting up for our lunges as we sweep the arms up, breath in, bend the knees, long spine fold. Fingertips on the ground, right leg extends back. Scissor the leg bones, right hip forward, left hip back. Option here, lower the back knee down at any time. Runner's lunge, lift the torso in line with the back leg. Energize back leg, lifting front and inner thigh up. Reach the arms alongside the body. And as you smooth the edges of the breath out, check in, can you soften your face? Can you soften your tongue? With your next breath in, rising to high lunge as you inhale. Shoulders soften. Maintaining that energy through the legs. Lift through the belly, lift through the heart. Lift through the crown. Touching the top of your next breath in. Lower the hands, bend the right knee, shift back, step forward.
Halfway lift. Left foot travels back. All connected with the breath. Finding your base and then lifting up into your high lunge or into your runner's lunge. With your next breath, inhale to high lunge. And at the top of an in-breath, hands lower down, step back to downward dog. Walk the feet up to the hands. Come up halfway with a long spine, hands, floor, shins. Soften the knees and fold. Empty all the way. Reverse swan dive, root to rise all the way up. Hands on the hips. We'll step the left foot back 2-3 feet as we come into warrior one. So the back toes land about 10 p.m. Grounding down through the back outer left heel. Drawing the left hip forward as the right hip draws back. Keeping that back heel root of heel, sweep the arms up, drop the shoulders down. At the top of your in-breath, open to warrior two, right arm comes forward. As the left foot travels back, deepen into your lunge. So you're coming either towards or to that 90-degree angle. Back leg strong. Going up through the spine as you stack the shoulders on the hips. Even energy through the arms. Steady, soft gaze. Transition into bent leg triangle, palms turn to the left. Right arm comes down, the left arm reaches up. Either taking right outer arm, wrist to inner right knee, thigh, or a little more supportive, creating a bend in that right arm to support on the top of the thigh. And then we'll keep the lunge in the legs, warrior two, come back up. Hold here for one breath. You inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the arms up, look up. Warrior two. Dancing warrior, right arm sweeps up and back. We're here for 2 breaths. And come back to warrior two. Hands to the hips, straighten the right leg. Walk your back toes in, heel toe, pivot to the top, and step forward. Mountain. Warrior one other side, hands to hips, right foot steps back 2-3 feet. Right toes, top right corner of the mat. Little space between the feet. And as you anchor outer heel, draw the right hip forward, the left hip back. Sweep up through the arms, soften through the face and the shoulders. Take your time, move with breath, warrior two. Transition to triangle. Warrior two. Straighten left leg, inhale, reach up. Warrior two. Dancing warrior. You deepen your lunge as you sweep the left arm back, lifting through the heart. Come back to warrior two pose. And then from here, turn the back palm up, breath in, windmill the hands forward and down, step back to downward dog with your left foot. And just walk the legs out. And walk the hands and the feet to the middle of the mat. Come up halfway with your inhale, hands to hips. Exhale to come all the way up using your legs. So we come back into mountain pose. Shift the weight into the left leg. The right knee rises up. Pause and micro bend the standing leg. Brace, stiffen the core. Transitioning into toppling tree as the right leg extends back, the torso moves forward like a teeter-totter. Options, the arms alongside, kind of like runner's lunge, or arms reaching forward called warrior three, or keeping the hands on the hips. The back leg working with your balance, so the toes might be down, a little bit lifted or horizontal to the floor. Back of neck stays long. With your next breath in, come back up to mountain, nice and slow, steady. Just try not to react. Transition the weight into the right leg as the left knee rises. Micro bend, brace. When you're ready, extend left leg back. As you extend the leg back behind you, the hips stay parallel to the ground. Your next breath in, slowly come back up. Coming back into your mountain shape. Dancer's pose. The left palm turns up. Shift the weight into the right leg. Scoop the left foot up from the inside or the outside. Again, micro bend the standing leg, sweep the right arm overhead. Drop the right shoulder down as you breathe in, lift all the way up through the body, the heart, the crown. And with your exhale, start to kick back left hand into left foot. Take your time, we're here for about 3 more cycles of breath. One last breath. Go all the way to the bottom of the exhale. And then as you inhale, slowly come back up. Mountain pose. Just listening to the echoes. Transition the weight into the left leg as the right hand sweeps the right foot up. Left arm sweeps up, left shoulder softens down. Little by little, inhale to lift up. Exhale to kick back. Inhale to lift. Exhale to kick. 3 more cycles. 1. 2. 3. Kick, kick, kick. Inhale, slowly returning back up. Mountain pose. You can close your eyes. Just have a breath, listening, landing, arriving. Come into one more standing posture, tree pose. Left foot standing leg, right knee rises up and out. And you can either place the foot, toes on the ground, heel above the ankle, inner calf, or facing it up to inner thigh. Whichever variation, just check in that your hips parallel to the ground, parallel to the space in front. And unite the hands together at the heart, rolling the shoulders back and down. There's a gentle tuck of the chin and lengthening up through the crown. Softening through the face, energizing up through the left leg. Your next breath in, draw the right knee in. Mountain pose. And just letting go of that side, that experience. As you transition to the other side, right leg standing leg, left knee rises up and out. And the shape on one side might be very different than the shape on the other side. And as we move in, out between these postures with our breath as our guide, just giving ourselves space to explore with intimacy, with curiosity. A sense of listening. Next inhale, the left knee draws in. Mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms as you ground the feet down, sweeping up. Hands to heart center. Turn yourself around, lie down on your back, and we'll come into Shavasana, or rest, relaxation for about a minute. Tuck the shoulder blades gently, tuck the chin softly. The arms and the legs just fall away from the midline. For this posture, let go of guiding the breath and just allow the breath to flow freely. And to deepen and lengthen the breath again. Moving into the floor series, slide the legs together. Keep the left leg extended, the right knee draws in. Interlace the hands around the right shin or back of right thigh. Shoulder blades tuck, chin tucks gently. Energy through the left leg as you press out through the heel with your breath in. And as you exhale, guide the right knee down towards the right armpit. Let's find 2 more cycles here. A little space as you breathe in. Softening into that space as you breathe out. Switch sides. Switch the interlace of your fingers. Extend the right leg. Breath in and out. You can relax the left foot. Maintain the energy in the right leg. You relax the shoulders, the neck, the face. From here, at the bottom of an exhale, lower the right foot to the ground, the left foot to the ground, the right leg to the ceiling. Thread the needle, right outer ankle, top of left thigh. Option to stay here or reach the right arm through the triangle of the legs and interlace the hands around the back of the left thigh. Return the shoulders and the head to the ground. Relax the left leg. Just draw right toes back towards right knee just until the right foot is parallel to the side of the room. And as you exhale, you're guiding your left knee towards the left armpit. And maybe the right knee draws away. Moving with the flow of breath. We'll switch sides as the right foot comes down, the left leg extends up and over. Outer ankle, top of thigh, maybe interlacing the hands. So in a little bit when we come into the shape of Pigeon Pose. You can come back and do this for a second set. Start to release both feet onto the floor, setting up bridge pose, feet hip width, parallel, heels stacked somewhere under the knees. Press the feet down as the hips lift up. Walk the shoulder blades under the chest plate. You can either keep the arms alongside or interlace the hands underneath. Maybe walk the shoulder blades under a few more times. Press the feet, lift the hips. Press the arms, lift the heart. You can stay here or to add on a little more muscle engagement. Press the feet down to the floor. Imagine like you're trying to drag them towards your shoulders, but without actually moving the feet. Just engaging the muscles on that posterior chain, so the buttock, back of the thighs especially. Working here for one more breath. You have the bind of the hands, release, walk the shoulder blades out, roll the spine down. And we'll come back into Shavasana. And just for a breath. Bend the knees, lift one arm up, roll to the front of the body. And as you come onto the front, walk the legs back one at a time, rest the forehead. Take the hands alongside the lower ribs. We're coming into Cobra. So start to press the feet down, feel the thighs engage, the buttocks engage. Peel the forehead, the shoulders, and upper chest. Maintain the root of the feet, pressing into the ground, and that engagement through thighs and buttocks. Lift the navel towards the front of the spine as you lengthen up through the crown of the head. At the top of the breath in, let your exhale lower you down. The arms for locust sweep beside you or bind them behind you as you inhale, lift the whole body, so the torso, the legs, and perhaps the arms. Looks like your whole body is smiling. And at the top of the breath in, and gently lower down. Repeat one of those or move into bow, bend the knees, heels in, hands to the tops of the feet from the outside. Shoulders roll back, heart lifts. Breath in as you exhale, start to kick the shins back and the thighs lift up. Balance of effort and easefulness together. And at the top of the breath in, lower down, press back through tabletop to child's pose. Just one breath cycle here. And tabletop. Spread fingers, curl toes, downward facing dog. Downward dog flow. There's 3 variations. I'll explain the 3 as we go. Meeting in downward dog for a breath in and out. Option A, inhale, plank. Knees lower. Exhale, lower with control through the upper body. Nice. 1 strong, long line. Untuck toes, inhale, Cobra. Lift heart, press feet. Back through table. Downward dog. Option B, inhale, plank. Knees lower, lower halfway through the upper body. Upward dog, lift heart, belly, thighs. Navel lifts towards the spine, hips reach back, downward dog. 3rd variation, full flow. Inhale, plank. Legs strong as you exhale from here, halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, rolling into upward dog. Navel lifts, hips back, downward dog. 2 more on your own. Once back in downward dog, bring the knees down to the wrists for Virasana or Hero Pose. Untuck the toes, sit the hips directly onto the heels or with a block between the heels, sitting upright. Option to stay here, or if you're taking the recline variation, hands behind you, lift the hips, tuck the tail under, bring the hips back down. Option to stay here, or if you lower further, just check in and make sure that your shins remain grounded. You can have the arms alongside or arms overhead. You can hold opposite elbows. From here, you might bring a little engagement into the muscles of the buttocks and then relax. If you're fully reclined, bring the hands to the ankles. Prop to the elbows. Use your core strength. Rise through the midline. Back through tabletop. Into downward facing dog. And then here you can either walk the legs out or move through a nice, slow, steady flow. And then meeting back in downward facing dog. Setting up for Camel Pose, bring the knees down, this time hip width, standing on the knees, roll the shoulders back and down. Start with hands to buttocks. Fingers point down, elbows in just like we did in standing back bend. Tuck the chin gently. Start to lift up through the front and inner thighs, low belly, heart, head of the shoulders rolling back. Buttocks engage as you press down through the hands to lift the heart up. This might be good for you here, or option to move into binding the heels. One hand at a time to heels. Using heel bind to press into, to lift through the heart, and keep the hips stacked on the knees. If you're working with heel bind, one hand at a time to buttocks, using the core, rise up through the midline. Lower the hips to the heels, the hands to the thighs, and you just close your eyes, just neutralizing through the spine. When you're ready, there's no rush. Come into downward dog. Pigeon, right leg reaches high to sky. Right knee to right wrist. Start by sitting up tall, walk the left leg back. And then draw the left hip forward and the right hip back a little bit. You might find it helpful to put a little prop under the right buttock if you feel like it's just kind of sitting in the air. Sometimes it benefits from having something to move into. Option is to stay upright or start to walk forward and down. You're just checking in, can you soften the edges of the breath? You invite the breath into the back of your body, down into your right hip. And deepen your next breath in. Long breath out. Walk the hands back up under the shoulders. Back toes curl under. Downward dog. Stay here or one slow flow. Left leg high up. Left knee, left wrist. Shimmy right leg back. Sit tall, scissor leg bones, right forward, left back. Upright or walk forward and down. You relax your jaw. You soften your forehead. You allow yourself space to be in your experience just as it is. Start to deepen your next breath in. Long breath out. Walk the hands under the shoulders. Come back again to downward facing dog. Legs walk out. Seated twist. Lower the knees down. Sit the hips to the left. Legs to the right and then the front. Right foot plants to outside left thigh. Left leg stays extended and active or draws alongside the right hip. You might find it helpful to sit up, reground both sit bones so that the right hip is as evenly grounded as the left. Grow tall through the midline. Right hand behind you might be on a block if that's of benefit. As you inhale, sweep the left arm up. With your exhale, either cross and hook upper arm, outer thigh, or hold left hand to right calf. With each breath in, growing a little longer up through the midline. Exhalation, rotation to twist, starting at the base of the ribs. Moving with the breath, flow in, the body expands. Flow out, moving into the emptiness. 2 more cycles. Inhale, unwind, come back through center. Hands behind, switch sides. Both sit bones grounded. Left hand back, right arm reaches up. Wrap and hook, wrap and hold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhalation, rotation to twist. Like with each breath, you're winding up, flowing up through and around the spinal column. The bottom of the exhale, rinse out, come back through center, little counter twist. Set up for Cobblers Pose, bring the soles of the feet together and then walk your hips and your heels in towards each other. Hands start behind you. If you round through the lower back or the mid back, you might find it helpful to sit on a block, which is what I usually do. This helps to tilt the pelvis forward. Fingertips behind you, lengthening through the spine, lifting through heart and crown. And then start to just hinge forward from your hips, keeping the spine long. So I'm just going to stay here. With my hands, the option from there is to bring the hands around the soles of the feet and hinge from the hips to come forward. Last 2 breaths. Halfway with an in-breath if you're forward, Exhale to come all the way up, hands draw knees together. And we'll come into a comfortable seated position called Sukhasana, or easy seated pose. You can sit cross-legged on your shins, on a block. And as you come into your seat, just let the belly soften, the shoulders relax. Sitting up tall through the spine. And closing your eyes. Kapalabhati breathing, or skull shining breath. As you exhale with this breath, kind of like you're coughing, the lower abdomen gently snaps in and out. So it'll sound like we'll share a breath. We'll do about 50 pumpings and then share 3 breaths sitting together at the end. Take a full deep breath in. Normal exhale now. Comfortable inhale. Last 3, 2, 1, exhale. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. And inhale. And exhale. The arms fall alongside the body as you inhale, sweep the arms overhead, gathering the energy between the hands. Exhale, hands to heart center. Closing the eyes, 1 breath in together. And out. Find your way into final relaxation. Maybe a little blanket. Tuck your shoulders. The arms and the legs fall away from the midline. Everything that we have done, all of the postures, all of the manipulating, the guiding of breath, just letting it all go. As you let go of holding the body up, just feeling the body start to melt and unwind into the ground. Nothing else to do and nowhere else to be. Just feeling the breath roll into and out of the body. Can you soften the eyes. You soften the jaw. Root of the tongue. Sweet flow of breath. Each wave in nourishing every cell. Letting go with each exhale what no longer serves you. Thank you for practicing, for sharing your practice, your breath, your energy. May the breath guide you into whatever unfolds next for you for the rest of your day. The light in me sees, bows, and honors to that same light within you.